Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave. Today, we're going to be looking at 5 players United should sign in the January transfer window. Make sure, of course, to subscribe if you're new and like that goddamn video. This content is sponsored by Football Index. If you haven't checked it out, it's a stock market game for football. So get into the link in the description below and get involved. We'll chat about that a little bit later through the video. I'm Statman Dave. Let's get this party started. First up, let's look at the weaknesses in the current Manchester United squad. I think there's holes at centre-half, but also on the right wing. But for United right now, after getting rid of Jose Mourinho, they should look for the future. They should be signing the best talent in their positions, and that's going to be some players in this list. Okay, first up, let's go with a centre-half. Matthias de Ligt needs to be brought in to Manchester United. The first defender ever to win the Golden Boy Award in its 16 editions. De Ligt is the real deal. In the Champions League this season, he's won 85% of his tackles. Not only did he play in a Europa League final against Manchester United at the age of 17, he's been doing it in Europe's top competition 2 years later on. What is De Ligt? Well, not only is he a playmaker from centre-half, fantastic on the ball, playing passes into midfield, isn't shy. Again, Ajax play great style this season. They move back to a bit of a diamond at the back. De Ligt will either sit in the middle or on the right-hand side, with both of the defensive midfielders joining in to make a real good ball-playing base. De Ligt can also step out into midfield and provide that option. Where I think he's really improved over the last 2 seasons is his ability to defend. He's had a number of top players in his back pocket, outperforming some of Europe's best attackers, namely players like Lewandowski and Kylian Mbappe. He's physical now, he's built himself up in terms of strength, he can tackle, he can intercept, he can head, he is just an all-round defender. And if United want to get back to where they should be in European football, Matthias de Ligt has got to be their number 1 target for centre-half. Let's move on to the next signing, and that has to be Frankie the Young. If you're going for Matthias de Ligt, you might as well go for Frankie the Young as well. Rumours suggest that the pair could be available for around 150 million euros, which is a staggering amount of money, but could see the spine of Manchester United sorted for 10 years. Frankie de Jong has been described as a generational talent, a modern sweeper that likes to drop between the centre-backs before driving with the ball. This causes a tactical problem for their opponents. Somebody has to come out and close down Frankie de Jong from midfield, which consequently opens up space for the attackers ahead of him. Ajax play a 4-2-3-1, so the 3 behind the striker get a lot of passes from Frankie de Jong because he's that good at drawing pressure from his opponents. As you can probably tell, I'm a massive fan of de Jong, and you've probably heard already that in the Eredivisie this season, no player has attempted more short passes per 90 minutes. In fact, Frankie de Jong averages more short passes per 90 than Jorginho in the Premier League. Unlike Jorginho, de Jong has another skill, dribbling, graceful on the ball. De Jong glides past players with alarming ease, averaging 2.3 dribbles per game with a completion rate of 87%, all from defensive midfield. Linked to Barcelona and Manchester City, de Jong is a player Manchester United should be signing to put the recent turgid style of football behind them. But anyway, let's move on to the next player, and that is Koulibaly. Reports in the media suggest Manchester United have recently bid £92 million for Koulibaly and it's been rejected. He'd be perfect for United, a commanding, ball-playing centre-back. He leads with his actions as much as he does with his voice. The Senegalese doesn't shy away on the pitch, often demanding the ball from his teammates and playing progressive passes to get Napoli going forward or driving through the middle of pitch with the ball at his feet. Astonishingly, Koulibaly averages more passes per game than any other Manchester United player, both domestically and the Champions League. He's also a top defender, winning 83% of his tackles in all competitions. Again, more than any Manchester United player. Koulibaly is a defender Man United should sign to instantly fix their defensive problems. Look at the impact that Virgil van Dijk had at Liverpool, transferring their shaky defence into statistically the best defence in the Premier League. Koulibaly would do that for Manchester United. Of course, Koulibaly would be a fantastic addition for Manchester United's defence. Why not buy him on Football Index? Football Index scores players based on the buzz around the media, so the more people are talking about Koulibaly, the higher his price will go. So it could be a very good option to invest over him just over the Christmas period in January, then maybe sell him into the year, but that could be one guy that you buy. Again, go into the link in the description below, download Football Index and go and buy yourself a bit of Koulibaly. I can see some price rises over the next few months as he's going to get linked again and again with all the top teams in Europe, including Manchester United. On to number 4, Jaden Sancho will be perfect for the future of Manchester United. Sancho likes to pass rather than shoot and is a very unselfish player. The combination with players around him is absolutely fantastic, be it a striker, attacking midfield or right back. For Dortmund, his link up with Paco Alcacer, Royce and Hakimi has been excellent this season. Playing off each of those players, in terms of Marco Reus, got a great little relationship, 1-2 combinations, give and goes, both of them directly counter-attacking. In terms of stats, Sancho has assisted Reus 3 times already this season. Only Kostic and Jovic have combined for more goals in the Bundesliga as an assister to goal scorer combination. Sancho likes to cut in and likes to cut out, but when he cuts in, it opens up space for Hakimi to attack. Imagine him doing that with Dalot, Pogba and Marcus Rashford at Manchester United. His biggest strength though is his dribbling. He averages 3.9 dribbles per game, completing 64% of them. His combination of agility, pace and close control makes him a nightmare for defenders, and he's created so many big chances for teammates this season. The one pass that he does like is the early ball, the low cross to of course Paco in the middle. Sancho averages 1.8 key passes per game, more than any Manchester United player. He also averages a goal or an assist every 78 minutes in the Bundesliga this season. A rate better than Mo Salah, Raheem Sterling and Cristiano Ronaldo. If you want to see more on Jaden Sancho, I've done an in-depth scout report, we'll link it up here, but we'll also link it at the end of the video. The only drawback is the price. Sancho is rumoured to be valued at over 100 million euros and would be unlikely to move in January, especially now that Christian Pulisic has signed for Chelsea. So don't get your hopes up for Jaden Sancho in January. Moving on to a more realistic option for January could be the signing of Leon Bailey from Bayer Leverkusen. Very similar to Gareth Bale in his Tottenham days, very quick and direct with a powerful left foot. With 9 goals and 6 assists in the Bundesliga last season. Bailey is adaptable on either flank but prefers cutting in from that right hand side before firing shots into the far corner. From the left, Bailey uses his pace to escape defenders before firing low across the goalkeeper. In the Bundesliga last season, Bailey averaged 3.9 dribbles per game, 2.5 shots and 6.5 crosses. And perhaps at a club with a bigger target in Romelu Lukaku should see his assist numbers rise. Pace, flair and a right winger by trade, the young Jamaican looks ideal for Manchester United. And after falling out with Rudi Völler, Leverkusen's managing director, over international football, Bailey hasn't played anywhere as near as many minutes as he deserved and could be persuaded to move to Old Trafford in January. But anyway guys, get into the comments below. Who should United sign in January? Gonna create a poll up here out of the 5 players we've gone through. Who should be the priority for Manchester United? Are you gonna go with the youthfulness of Dalot or the attacking edge of Leon Bailey? I've been Statman Dave. Make sure of course to subscribe if you're new and like that goddamn video. See you guys later. If you've enjoyed this content, why not check out my playlist of predictions? We're talking Champions League and Premier League, or alternatively, if you like your tactics, what is a great playlist about all types of tactical roles around the world of football.